If you've been told to just strengthen your rotator cuff but your shoulder still hurts, well, this is probably why. Hi, I'm Dr. Matthew Stay from National Pike Chiropractic, and today I'm going to give you the 3 best exercises to start bulletproofing your shoulders today.
These exercises are intended to help you build strength. They should not be painful in any way. If you are experiencing pain, you are advised to discontinue immediately and seek the advice of a qualified medical professional.
The first exercise we're going to show you is a serratus anterior activation from the low quadruped position. Now, the serratus anterior is one of the most overlooked muscles in the shoulder and is one that we absolutely will need to strengthen if we're going to have long-term success. All right, so for our first exercise in our Bulletproofing Your Shoulder series here is what we call a low quadruped serratus activation. All you're going to need is just a little loop band or a resistance band to help us with this. It doesn't have to be a heavy, in fact, a light band is preferred. So how we're going to perform this is we're going to get on our forearms, palms down, and knees. We want to have our elbows directly beneath our shoulders, and we're going to try to sit our hips between our heels here, creating a nice flat spine. We want to keep tension in the band, our forearms parallel with one another. You'll notice when you do this that your elbows are going to want to slide out, kind of creating an inverted V. You want to try to resist that effect. So we get our spine nice and flat, a nice straight line from the tip of our head to our tailbone, and we're going to establish good intra-abdominal pressure and proper respiration as we do this. If you need help with that, revert to our previous video. And once we do that, we're going to just roll onto the pinky side of our hands, and you're going to feel that activation in the shoulder girdle. And you would want to try to perform 10 respirations while maintaining this position. And you can really feel that breath expand into your belly. And this is a really great exercise. It's effective at linking a key scapular stabilizing muscle with the primary core stabilizing muscles. It is quite honestly a good exercise to return to every so often, even when your shoulders are feeling good. All right, so our next exercise, our next 2 videos for the shoulder series, for Bulletproofing Your Shoulders, is going to be what we call the D1 and D2 flexion and extension patterns. And these are really effective at help mimicking a lot of the natural movements that our shoulders should be performing, and we can strengthen these movements by using resistance bands. So for this video, we're going to show you the D1 flexion and extension pattern, and then in the next video we'll show you the D2 flexion and extension pattern. So for D1 flexion, we're going to start having a light resistance band anchored to the floor below us on the same side of the arm we intend to use. We want to have good posture. Again, we have videos on how we can create proper intra-abdominal pressure and respiration there, so please check those out if you need to. So we will start with the D1 flexion with our palm backwards, thumb down towards the floor, holding this band like this, get good pressure. And what we're going to do is just bring our arm up and across our body, almost like we're bringing food to our mouth, and we're just going to keep extending past, bringing that hand to our ear-shoulder level. All right, at the ending point, your thumb will be facing up towards the ceiling. And then we will return back down, slowly reversing that order, again allowing the thumb to go back down, palm stays back, pointing backwards. All right, keys to this exercise is to maintain good posture throughout, good breathing and stabilization. Make sure the band's not too heavy that it's controlling you or twisting you, no herky-jerky motions. So that would be the D1 flexion pattern. For the D1 extension pattern, it's going to be the exact same motion, just in reverse order. So we'll start with a band up at our opposite shoulder of the arm we intend to use, thumb pointing up, palm facing back. Again, good posture here. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag the band across our body and rotate that thumb down. And then we will slowly return back up, and the thumb will point back up there. Again, maintaining good posture, good stabilization, no herky-jerky movements. You control the band doesn't control you. And you can perform 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets per day for best results with both the D1 flexion and extension. All right, so our last exercise in our Bulletproofing Your Shoulder series is going to be the continuation of the D1 flexion extension, which you just saw, and this is going to be our D2 flexion and extension patterns. So for this one, we're going to start for D2 flexion with the band anchored at the floor opposite of the shoulder that we intend to use. And we will start with our palm facing backwards, hand kind of at the hip here. Again, and for every exercise, we establish good intra-abdominal pressure, good respirations, and good posture here. And what we're going to do is we're going to just pull the band up across our body and rotate so that our thumb points up. And then we will control the band as we come back down and let our thumb point back down, palm backwards. I always think this is kind of like you're pulling a sword out of the sheath and then returning it back in. Okay. Again, good posture. Don't use a band that's too heavy that it controls you. You want to control it. No herky-jerky movements there. All right, so for D2 extension, we're going to reverse order that. So we'll start with the band at our same side, at shoulder level. And again, think of that sword. We're just going to return the sword back to the sheath as we bring it back across body, and then control the band as it comes back up. Okay, having good posture throughout. We control the band doesn't control us. And for best results, you'd want to perform 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps twice a day. Strong shoulders aren't just about muscles, it's about control and coordination as well. If shoulder pain is holding you back, well, let's get that fixed here right away. Call National Pike Chiropractic today and let's get you back on their road to recovery.